Welcome to C video lectures. In this lecture we are going to study about C preprocessor. So what is C preprocessor? It is exactly what its name implies. It is a program that processes our source program before it is passed to the compiler. And this would be clear from the figure that I'm going to make so that you can understand it better. So please turn on to full screen mode for better view. There you go. Say this is the window in which we are going to write the program. That is a handwritten program. Handwritten program. Now this is added to set of preprocessors that we have defined inside the program. Set of preprocessors that we have defined inside the program. Preprocessors. So handwritten plus preprocessor programs will give us, what will it give? It will give us the expanded code. Things that are included in preprocessor, we do not have to write the coding of that again in the program. Say for printing text on the output screen we require printf function. So we do not have to write the coding of printf functions since we have already included preprocessor, that is header file stdio.h. that I will explain you later on in this video, in this lecture only. But coming to this, what we get is expanded code. This expanded code is then passed to the compiler, and the compiler changes it to an executable program, that is a program that the user can run. So there are two types of preprocessors in C, and those are, number one is macro expansion, and the second one is file inclusion. You must be familiar with this file inclusion because we are doing this thing in all the programs. We are including files like stdio.h, which is used for printf, scanf, and we are also using conio.h, that is conio.h, which we are using for getch function. So file inclusion is not new to you, but this thing macro expansion is new to you. What is macro expansion? In macro expansion we write something at the starting of the program, and those things are used inside the program, or the code of the macro is expanded over there. Let me explain this thing to you. We know that in preprocessor hash sign is always included. That is, for file inclusion we include hash, include say stdio.h, but for macro expansion we need this hash sign followed by define, and we have to give macro name anything. Say I'm using ABC, I'm giving macro name as ABC followed by anything. For example, I'm writing 25. So wherever in the program I use ABC, 25 would be used in place of ABC. That is, ABC in the program would be replaced by 25. This thing would be clear to you when I will make an macro expansion inside developer C++. So I'm opening developer C++. Please turn on to full screen mode for better clarity. Now in this program I will tell you the use of macro expansion. So for syntax for macro expansion, as we have already discussed, is hash define. Now macro name, say I'm giving it pi, and value is 3.14. that is, wherever we use pi, 3.14 is will be used, and followed by include stdio.h, include conio.h. So this is a macro, and these two are file inclusion. So we have used both the preprocessor directives, that is macro and file inclusion. File inclusion we are already doing it for a long period of time, but this is something new to you. So I'm making a program. Say I'm declaring two float variables, float float variables, say area, radius, and I'm giving radius equal to 5. We know that the area of circle is equal to pi into radius square, so I'm giving it area equals to pi into radius into radius. So what is this pi? Pi is would be replaced by this value 3.14. That is, wherever in this program I use pi, it would be automatically replaced by 3.14. So this is the use of macro. So I'm going to print this, printf the area of the circle with radius 5 is percentage %f for float and area, and get ch so that output window does not close. So what should be the area? Area should be equal to 3.14 into 5, because radius here is 5, and 5 into 5 is 25. 25 into pi is, that is 25 into 3.4 is something around 77, 78. So it should print the area equal to 77 or 78, whatever it is, and this pi here would automatically be replaced by 3.14 by the compiler. So I'm compiling the program, control F9. It says, oh, I forgot to write main here. Now compiling the program, control F9. It says 0 error. Now running the program, control F10. There you go. The area of the circle with radius 5 is 78.5000. So I hope the use of macro is clear to you. So now coming to second thing, file inclusion. This file inclusion is already clear to you, because this stdio.h we have already included, which is used for printf here, and this conio.h is used for getch. But I am going to teach you one another header file, that is math.h. So let me start. I am making one another program that illustrates the example of file inclusion. Include stdio.h, include conio.h. I am including one new file, new header file, math.h, and then main function. So what are we going to do in this program? In this program we are going to calculate the square root of the number using a function, a predefined function, which is inside the math.h header file. So I'm declaring two float variables, says square root and number. I'm giving number equals to 25 and square root, or whatever you can. This is just a variable name, not any keyword. You can give it s. So for that I'm giving it s, so that you do not confuse it between variable name or a predefined function. So I'm giving it s. S equals to sqrt 25. Now what is this sqrt? Sqrt is a predefined function which is included inside math.h, and we need to specify any number in sqrt, that is 25 in this case, and that would print the square root of the number, which is 25 in this case. So the use of preprocessor is quite clear. We do not have to give the coding to how to find out the square root of a number. It is automatically included inside math.h class, math.h header file, and sqrt function is going to calculate it automatically for us. So there you go, printf square root of 25 is percentage f, and the square root of 25 is stored in s, so we are going to print s and get ch so that output window does not close. And this is over. I'm going to compile the program, control F9, 0 errors, run the program. What should it print? Square root of 25 is 5. So control F10, there you go. Square root of 25 is 5.000, that is 5. So I hope the use of preprocessors in C is quite clear to you. You can also download this video from my website, that is sites.google.com/site/pl lectures. In next lecture we are going to study more advanced feature of C language. So this is what we have for this lecture. So until next lecture, it's goodbye, take care.